We develop positive relationships when we are present, when we are available for others, and when we spend quality time with others. I'll tell you a little story to explain this. I live in Boston in the United States, and I grew up in India, and my parents still live in India. And I go back every year to visit my parents for about 2 weeks. I have roughly around 2 weeks of vacation, and I take advantage of that to visit my parents every year. In the past, when I've gone back home visiting my parents, and at the end of the 2 weeks, when I'm heading back to the US, my mom would tell me, it didn't seem like the time seemed very short and you're leaving so soon. And I would tell my parents that, I have only 2 weeks that I can take off at a time and come and visit. I can't extend my stay. And she would understand, and I would come back to the US. But more in the recent past, in the last 4 or 5 years, when I've gone back to India and I've stayed for the same duration of 2 weeks, but when I was heading back to the US, she told me that this time when you were here, it felt like you were here. It felt like the time seemed longer with you. I pondered on that for a little while. I wasn't quite sure what to make of it when she said it, but later on I realized it's the quality of time that I spent with my parents that made the difference. In the past, when I would, in the 2 weeks that I was there, though I was physically present, I would be mentally checked out. I would either be distracted in thoughts, lost in thoughts, or I would be on my computer or on phone, distracted by one of the phone or the computers, or I would be preparing in my mind what to tell my parents before they finish their thought. So even though I was present, I was not mentally present. And more recently, what I've noticed is with my regular practice of meditation, which made a big difference in my ability to stay present. And my parents started to notice that. So when I was there, the last few years when I was there, I was physically present and I was also mentally present. So when my parents were talking to me, I was not distracted in my own thoughts, or I wasn't distracted with computers or my phones or text messaging or any of those instant messaging things. I was much more present to listen to what my parents had to say and respond accordingly. And I think this is one of the most key things to develop positive relationships. I think it's the secret to develop positive relationships. Your ability to be present and be fully there for the other person. You will notice that they can connect with you much better. You would have experienced this yourself if you're speaking to a friend or anyone for that matter, but they are lost in thought. They're not really present. How does it feel? It almost feels like you're talking to a brick wall, isn't it? And when you're doing that, automatically the connection, the relationship doesn't grow. But the moment you are present and your ability to connect with the other person becomes so much more better. And I did this through meditation. And I encourage you to try it out as well. With regular practice of meditation, your ability to live present becomes much more. It's really not the quantity of time that we spend with people that matters. It's the quality of time that really matters. And that quality comes when we stay present. I was able to improve this state of mind, this quality of my time to be with people by meditation. And I encourage you to try it as well. With regular practice of meditation, your ability to live present, your ability to handle your distracted mind, your distracted thoughts becomes much more easier. And so go ahead and try meditation out and see how that can help you improve your quality of your relationship. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a comment or a question, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.